Alright. Hey guys, it's Off Camber. I've been thinking about adventure riding a lot, and you know, all that entails. People think the imagery of it, you know, the guys out on the GSA out in the middle of nowhere crossing a continent or whatever, and you know, it's really glamorous looking and everything, and it's a lot of us just can't do that. We don't have the money, we don't have the time, we have responsibilities. So kind of thought about it, and I was like, hey, you know, why not? There's so many good roads around here in New Hampshire where I live, in Vermont and stuff, that to explore. Why not do what I like to call a backyard adventure, you know, so you don't go out for a day and you don't bring the kitchen sink with you and a couple of chase vehicles or whatever. You just get out there and ride and find some roads and explore. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I'm in Canaan, New Hampshire. I don't really know the name of the road, but I was told that this just dead ends and turns into a trail, and I don't know. I'll see if there's any markings that says you can't ride down there. Somebody said it was an old road, so it might be a Class 6 road, in which case if it is still a Class 6 road, then I can still ride on it legally. Certainly don't advocate anybody riding on anybody's private property without permission. So there's a lot of these little roads like this in New Hampshire that don't go, a lot of them just dead end. You go for miles and miles and miles, and you're like, oh, it's got to come out somewhere. Well, no, it doesn't. It just ends somewhere, and you got to turn around. Usually at the end of the road is kind of a scary looking shack with a beware of dog sign or something to that effect. And you know, you got to be a little careful. So, but for the most part, I haven't run into any trouble. But then again, I haven't been doing it that much. So these roads are like, some of them, see if we can tell from the road, but it's like ball bearings, like little gravel all around the surface. See, this part's pretty good, smooth. But you got to watch. Some of these corners are just covered. Somebody logged that. This is about as far as I went last time, so I don't see how far the road goes, and then we'll turn around. I'm also going to take you back to a little place I found the other day, nice little pond, just to show you what you can find if you just, you know, kind of just drive around. The nice thing about dual sport bikes and adventure bikes is that you can go on these roads and not worry about, I guess this is the end of the line. Go down here a little ways and see where it goes. Looks like it was a road. You know, you're not going to see anybody on a cruiser down here, so, you know, I don't know if it's somebody's private property, but, oh well, hopefully I won't get shot at. Or crash and break my leg out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I see mud ahead. That's not good. Somebody's been down here with like a truck or something. Ugh, it's muddy. Hey, water crossing. This is one of these shacks I'm talking about. Scary. Can you hear Deliverance? Do 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 do. Oh, it's a nice little river here. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is not a bad little, it's certainly capable for the KLR to handle this kind of road. And I'm certainly not an expert motorcyclist when it comes to off-roading. Big rocks. Nice river. Very rocky, but then again, that's New Hampshire for you. Whoa. Slippery there. Luckily, it's been dry lately. Ugh. Getting worse. Imagine if after we get a lot of rain, this is not going to be a fun trail. Judging how there's so much water, that little bit of water that's here, but it hasn't rained significantly in quite some time. So I'd like to think that my experience on ATVs and driving Jeeps off-road helps a little bit. I'm certainly not the same skill, but at least I can pick lines that I think I can make and try to avoid washing out the front end or getting it caught on a rock. Nobody's been up there. It's definitely a used road. Ugh. Let's hope that this is solid bottom. Yep. Whew. One thing about New Hampshire I find is that very rarely do you hit a mud puddle that is a bog. I shouldn't say very rarely, but more often than not, you'll see water like that, and it's solid bottom. Yeah, it's just the nature of the land. It's very rocky. They don't call it the Granite State for nothing. And so usually, if you can get, this looks fun. That. You can get through, you know. Small hill. This looks like it'd be wicked muddy after it rains. Springtime is probably a huge mess. I don't know which way to go. Alright, this is probably as good a place as any to turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna head back because this is probably not a smart thing to do alone. Alright. Somehow I lost the trail. Dumbass. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're finding our way. So, we had a little adventure today. Got a little off-road time. So this is Off Camber, and I will hopefully maybe see you next time on another backyard adventure.